in the write-up on the paper, and in fact, I think, like in the strategy that InnoTracker is using, you kind of using something called P4 medicine, right? Predictive, preventive, personalized, and participatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you talk a little bit about that? Because it seems to me to be by far the best way to actually do medicine.
Yeah, so this is a term that actually developed not by us, by Lee Hood. I don't know if you heard about him, from the Institute for System Biology in Seattle. And basically what he's saying and what we are trying actually to execute is, today the healthcare system is reactive. So if someone like you and me will come to our primary care physician, and everything will be in the normal range, our physician will kick us out of the office and say, hey, Richard, you are good. Go home and come back in 2 years. But the right way to do it is to look a bit carefully and come and say, Richard, today you are good, but if you continue in the way that you are going, in a year or two, you won't be good. So because of that, do X, Y, and Z. And preventative medicine is much better because it's also cheaper for society. Because instead of us having diabetes or cardiovascular disease that cost a lot for the taxpayer, we can prevent it by just a bit of changing of when you eat, how you eat, the amount you eat, and when you exercise and how you exercise, which costs zero for the taxpayer. And then hopefully also we will live a better, longer life. So I think that the idea that came from Lee Hood is a great idea. And we are really trying to do that. Let's use the food as a drug of choice. Let's try to optimize ourselves from a very young age. And let's live a better, longer life. And hopefully at the age of 90, let's continue to climb mountains and ride our bikes and run our marathons. That's what we would like to do. We don't want to lie on a bed and be connected to a lot of tubes and basically have a horrible life.
No, we don't. And yeah, no, that definitely sounds like the way to go. Thinking about the future. So we kind of talked a little bit about the future, but where do you see the next steps for Inside Tracker?
Yeah, so I think that we discussed a bit about adding more inputs, like we discussed continuous glucose monitoring, we discussed epigenetics. So we definitely want to add more and more inputs, because more and more input, we can give you a picture of your body and then better recommendations. I think that another angle that we should improve is the engagement. And be sure that our users will continue to use our platform, because when you use the platform more, you take better care of your body, and hopefully then you live a better, longer life. So we are spending a lot of effort on trying to make let's say the app more sticky, and learning from what other applications such as the social media are doing for us, because everyone is on his Facebook or Instagram or whatever 5 times a day. Why can't they go to an application like InstaTracker? I'm not saying only InstaTracker, but the application that actually will give value for your body, instead of just seeing what your neighbor is doing and being sad that he's on the beach and you are working in your office. That's useless. Instead of that, spend time and learn what you should do and adjust your nutrition and lifestyle and take a meditation or yoga class. That's better. So I think that there is a lot of work to do. I'm not talking only on InstaTracker, in all the health and wellness apps and platform, to improve the engagement and to allow users to continue to do it for the long haul. So I'm spending now a lot of time of trying to make our application much more sticky and allow the user enjoy it. Because if you do something that you enjoy, you'll do it. If you don't enjoy it, you won't do it. So how can we make the user want to come, like what they're doing with Facebook and Instagram, and spending a lot of time on the app, learning and improving their life?
So if we looked at the future of aging more generally, so just over everywhere, what do you see as the most exciting technology for kind of increasing health span and longevity at the moment?
Yeah, so I will divide it for a short, mid, and long term. So in the short term, I think that what we are doing in Instant Tracker, that's the way to improve your quality and hopefully the length of your life. If you look at a midterm, I would say that there are a lot of exciting investigation about small molecules such as metformin and the rapamycin and maybe the NAD derivatives and other that maybe can give you some, let's say, a bit of a boost to even improve it even better. And in the long term, there are a lot of more futuristic, let's say, solutions such as stem cells and organ implantation and so on, that maybe that even will allow us to even live longer. So that's how I see it.
A very general question. So why do you think we age? I mean, what is your kind of theory of why we age at all?
Yeah, first we age because everything in the universe age, even the sun is aging. We know that average sun live, I don't know, 4 billion years or something like that, and then the sun died. So everything need to age. Maybe the other question is why we age. We live to 124, whatever the longest human lived, and not to 250. And I would say that a lot of that is because of evolution, and evolution developed us in order to reproduce. And the reproductive age is around, let's say, the high limit is 40 or 50. So there is not an evolutionary advantage for any of us to live above 40 or 50, because then we are useless. We cannot reproduce anymore. So I think that that's one reason why we age at this age. I think that there are some interesting data that show that if you compare the lifespan of human at the end of the 19th century to the lifespan of a human right now, I think that we more than double our lifespan. So at the end of 19th century, it was around 40, and now we are more than 80 on average. So I definitely think that we can continue to increase the lifespan. The big jump in the past was because of hygiene and the antibiotics and the better medicine. I think that now the jump will be more based on optimization. So Instant Tracker like. Later on, the jump will be based on, okay, let's give a boost and have some a specific drug that will allow us to live longer. And later on, you know, it's like a car. Even a car get older and you want to drive the car for 100 years, you need to replace the engine, or you need to replace, I don't know, the tire or whatever. So for us, maybe replacing organs will be the way to change it. The question is, okay, what about our brain? I'm not sure that we can replace the brain, but maybe like movies that science fiction movies that we've seen, maybe we'll have like a computer that replaces our brain and will still be the same. I don't know. It's a very interesting question that I'm not sure that I have an answer for.